beware, beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Monday morning, everybody. I tell you what, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year for TV. If you watch CNN, MSNBC, all these stations, I mean, it's like a soap opera. It's all about politics. But see, that's what we live and breathe in this great country of ours is politics. And we should take politics seriously. Everybody should. You heard me a couple days ago. I'm trying to get the figures on the last mayor's race. And I just bring this out in Belleville. Even though Maximus Vaginas is an asswipe, no count, good for nothing son of a bitch. I'm not picking on the bastard, the fat-ass bastard. But having said that, he gets elected with about 6 or 7% of the vote for the people of Belleville. Do you understand that, people? And you know whose fault that is? It ain't that fat-ass bastard's fault. It's your fault. It's my fault. Well, it's not my fault because I get out there and fight these bastards every day. It's your fault. You people that didn't get out and vote. You people that said, hey, my vote's not going to count. But when you got 50, 60% of the people say, hey, my vote ain't going to count, and you put them all together, damn, you win the election. But that's what these son of a bitches do, people. That's what they do. They want to beat you down. They want to make you apathetic. They want to beat you so you'll never come through that election door polling place ever again. Because they've got their 5 or 10 or 15% that they've given jobs to. They're kissing everybody's ass. Hey, Herbie, do you have crap on your teeth from being up Sprague's and Kern's ass? I just want to know. I've seen your mayor car, and that really amazes me. These son of a bitches got to let everybody. He's got a mayor car on his plate that says Mayor. Eckert's got up. And Eckert, you no good bastard. You know, this son of a bitch, we talk about the crime rate in Belleville, and it's been bad, and it's getting worse. Daytime burglaries in Belleville. Belleville's far west side are causing concern. Well, what about the far east side or the far south side or the far north side? What about the robberies? What about the rapes? Hell, burglaries are secondary. And I know there's a nice group of people in the west end of Belleville trying to save their property values. Great people. Roger Wigington, the Gregorys, they're some great people. They're fighting the fight. But you can't fight a fight with slingshots when the bastards got machine guns. And that's the analogy. That's the problem, people. We need to take this more serious. You got this asswipe bastard. He's driving around in a police car. He could give to a policeman. He's all over the place, wants to micromanage. Hey, you ignorant bastard, you can't micromanage your flower shop, you idiot. How the hell you think you're going to micromanage the city? And I don't like him. People say, Romanik, you just don't like him. And you're right. I do not like that asswipe, no-count, fat-ass bastard. If he gets any bigger, it's going to cost you taxpayers another $10,000 because they're going to have to make the doors bigger at City Hall. That sumbitch needs some oil. He needs some oil, some butter to get through that door the way it is. They got to grease up that door. You fat ass. And not only he's got a fat ass, he's got a fat head. What an idiot. And give me a call, a Maximus Vaginus. It's unbelievable, people. I've been ragging these son of a bitches. They don't call. They can't defend that they have nothing to defend. I'll be a son of a bitch. I'd call back, but I don't want to hear some people like the Trump syndrome. Romanik, watch out. Shouldn't be talking about women. I'm not talking about women. I love women. My mother was a woman. Your mother was a woman. I'm talking about the skanks. I won't call them bitches anymore. I call them skanks. The Patty Spragues, the Mrs. Kearns, the people that want to get involved in your business, the people who want to put you in jail, want to take your tax money, the people who want to get involved in politics. There's no man, woman in politics. It's politicians. Now, some have bigger penises than others, and probably Mrs. Kern thinks she's got, well, hell, I think that little cat that I've got's got a bigger penis. Never mind. But people, and I'm not taking up for Trump, but I will support him on this issue. They're going to make that a major issue. Oh, he's picking on women. No, he called Rosie O'Donnell, give him all kind of crap. And I think he called her a fat lesbian bitch. I don't know. I mean, something in that order. He wasn't saying every woman. When I say plantation Negroes, I'm not talking about the proud black community of East St. Louis, the community that I'd be proud to stand next to live next to. I'm talking about the no-count criminal plantation Negroes who sell out to the proud blacks. There's a difference. And there's a difference between a woman and a politician who happens to be of the woman's sex. But when they come after Trump with all this crap, it pisses me off. These hypocritical son of a bitches piss me off. I didn't come after Mrs. Kern till she come after me, had me arrested illegally, cost you good people $150,000. Wasn't any money out of Kern's pocket. Wasn't any money out of Kern's pocket. And by the way, you see in the paper where Mrs. Kern gave $25,000 to her son. Hey, Kern, Mark, sweet cakes. You're about 45 years old. Isn't it about time that you make your money on your own? You've been making it off the back of your poor or your proud family, not poor by any means. Now you're making it off the back of the poor taxpayers. You shouldn't be taking a salary, Kern. I don't have a tenth as much money as the Kern family does, but if I get elected state representative, I've got enough to live on. I've got enough to eat. I'm not going to grab off somebody else's plate when my plate's full. But you sure do, you son of a bitch. Just like up in Calhoun County, up in Brussels. Puts over $1 million hunting lodge because he don't like the people of St. Clair County. He don't like the tax rate. Well, hell no, it was him and Sprague and Barra Civic and the culture of corruption, the democratic culture of corruption that started this crap. And now they're going to move out. It's time in 2016, people, November the 8th, that we move all these bastards out. But getting back to this man-woman thing, if a woman gets up into the political arena, she gives up her right to be treated like a nice lady because she's not a lady when she gets up in that political arena. I don't care if it was my family. I kept my family out of all my political crap. But now, in here, I got to, you know me, I usually put my foot in my mouth several times, and I'm going to put it in one more time. I don't give a damn about winning this election. I know Roger Cook does, the other candidates, and they're great candidates. I'm not a good candidate. I'm better than the lady I'm running against, and that ain't saying a whole hell of a lot. That's like, hey, you want to get death by lethal injection or your head cut off? I mean, I'm nobody. Don't let anybody tell you I'm the best candidate ever, because I'm not. But I'm the best person to go to Springfield because I'll fight these Democrats. I'll fight these Republicans. I don't give a damn, people. I'm personally not out to win. I'm out to destroy. Sprague, Barra Civic, Kern, they came after my son. And I will never forget that. And people say, you can't take it personally. The hell I can't. It's personal with me, people. It's really personal. I've seen what they've done to my family. I've seen what they've done to your families. I've seen what they've done to the majority of people of St. Clair County. They run their parties by fear and intimidation. It's not hard work in public servant. It's no public service. They don't believe in public service. They believe in taking. You don't know how many Democrats I've talked to throughout the last month or two. They're crossing over. They're not voting for these ass-white bastards. They're not voting for Kern. They're not voting for Patty Sprague. They're not voting for any of these candidates because they've had enough after 30, 40, 50 years. And if you elect them, people, St. Clair County is doomed. It's close to being doomed as we speak. There's still some time left to maybe save it. You know, it's like the alcoholic. There's time to get him in rehab and maybe straighten him out. Now, it may not work, but you got to give it a try. And we're at the end of the rope. And when I say we're at the end of the rope, people, it's not me, Roger Cook, the candidates against the culture of corruption. It's all of us. We're all in this together. And people have said, and I'm really happy that the St. Clair County Republican argument, well, the Democrats threw me out when I exposed them 15 years ago when I said I'm not playing that crap no more. I told them I don't want to be part. I thought I was low-life enough, but I tell you, I am at the top of the rung when it comes to the low-life bastards running the Democratic Party in St. Clair County, and they know that, or they'd call and defend themselves. Sprague, Bear Civic, Sweet Cakes, you no good son of a bitches. You can only hide for so long. And when you guys walk down the street, let me tell you what, people used to be in awe. Oh, there's God Sprague. That's not God anymore. It's Bob. I'd rather piss in my pants. Hey, Sprague, take your drawers off. I'll get some rubber gloves. I'll wring them drawers out for you because, you know, it's kind of soggy. You make the streets soggy, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. You know, I personally think Sprague's so lazy, he just walks down the street and pisses in his drawers. He ain't got time. He ain't got time to go to the bathroom. He's too busy taking this culture of corruption another step further. And Sweet Cakes, I got to ask you. I hear from your lovely bride, here through sources, of course, maybe not the best sources, but sources, that you spend a lot of time. You got a part-time job at the YMCA. I know your daddy and mom's name on it, and I salute them for that. I think they're great people. I've never met them. I know they support you, and that's what a mother and father do. I feel sorry for them, but I'm glad that they support you, give you all that money. You never made a dime on your own. The ignorant son of a bitch got a degree, got a law degree. Took time to go to college. Took a spot that somebody else could have had. Got a law degree and never, ever, ever practiced. What does that tell you? That's the elite. That's the elite mentality. Why waste a good education on a piece of crap? Why? You know why? Because that's what Kern does. He takes from his family. He takes from his society where he lives. He takes from all of us taxpayers in St. Clair County. They've been taken and taken and taken. And Sweet Cakes, I got something in my drawers. You could, never mind. We won't even go there. But Kern, do you have a part-time job at the Y? Are you cleaning the men's locker room? I don't know. I'm just asking. And if you know what I mean, Kern, and I think you do. But anyway, people, I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired. They talked about Trump today. And one of the gals back in the day said, the Washington Post reported that he gave her hell, told her to put a bathing suit on. Hell, why would he do that? I'd tell her to leave her bathing suit off. Hell, he was a gentleman. She comes out and says Trump was a perfect gentleman. Trump was a perfect gentleman. See, when I give you information, people, I've never been wrong because I pay good. I pay good for information, and I pay real good for real good information, and I get it all the time. You know, everything I've said on this air has been the truth. They never counter. But here's Kern and Sprague and all these guys. They're so concerned about this election, they don't know what to do. They're bad candidates, people. I'm by far not the best candidate. But I will tell you this. With Trump's background, with my background, you know I'm not perfect. You know I've been in federal prison, been a policeman. I've been all over. I'm what you would call well-rounded. I've been in the College of School of Hard Knocks. I've got a master's degree in criminal justice, and I've got a degree from Leavenworth in life. So understand this. I am far from being perfect, people. I don't put myself up on a pedestal like these son of a bitches do. But they put themselves up there. They have no foundation, no basis. We all know that they're pieces of crap. We all know what they've done the last 30, 40, 50 years. They got this NGA. Now they're crying. They're crying, it should be here. Kern, Bear Civic, Sprague, if you guys would have been right and treated the taxpayers right and the people of the state of Illinois and St. Clair County right and not been involved in this St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption all these years, we wouldn't have had a problem with this NGA. You guys have cost us probably $7-8 billion in development and residual development and financial input in this county in the next 20 years. Think about it, people. They've done that, but they don't give a damn. Sprague tells somebody, hell, if I lose, I lose. I'm on my way out. I'm 73 years old. I've made enough. Sure, he has. Kern's made enough. Bear Civic, if he gets elected, he's working for nothing, people. Do you understand? John Bear Civic will be actually making less because he'll have to get up. He'll have to have his suits cleaned. He'll have to pay for lunch. You'll have to pay for gas. Why do you think a person does that? This son of a bitch has never had a real job. Never in his life has he had a real job. And it's going to come out. He's running for judge if they keep him on the ballot. About the crap he did with Touche's nephew back in the day when he was the state's attorney. Everybody knows what he did. Well, everybody doesn't, but we're going to resurrect his bad record as state's attorney. We're going to resurrect his bad record as St. Clair County Board Chairman. And we're certainly going to resurrect his bad record as Chief Judge of the 20th Judicial Circuit in this great state of Illinois. These guys are going to get the hell beat out of them politically because, see, I don't give a damn. They can come after me. They can do what they want, people. You guys better realize I'm a nutty son of a bitch. If they come after me, and they have, they'll come after you good people because they know they won't get any resistance. And that's the problem. We have to show them resistance. What in the hell? Whatever happened to majority rules in this great country instead of minority dictates and intimidates? It's not the St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption. It's more like the St. Clair County membership of the dictators and intimidators. You're going to get your taxes. I've had people say, Bob, I'm voting for you. I don't want to put a bumper sticker on my car because they'll raise my taxes. They'll harass me. And you know what the shame is? They're right. I'm going to fight the fight, people, and I hope you guys do too. We've got great candidates coming up. There's going to be ads out. There's going to be negative and positive. But I will tell you, for me personally, you'll never get a better man to fight. And I am a man. I'm a lot of things, but you got to put man at the top of the list. I'm a man. I was a great father, and I love animals. That's all I care about. Great father. Loved animals. And I'm going to die a man. That's all I need. I don't need accolades. I don't need titles. You people think about it. These no good son of a bitches, that's all they do. That's all they do is want a title. Bear Civic tells somebody, I got to be judge. What am I going to do? Well, get out and give somebody else the opportunity with some fresh ideas, some new blood. These Democrats have taken to the extreme. They don't bring up any young blood. If they do, it's family or friends. And you got C.J. Bear Civic. C.J. Bear Civic running for Congress. He throws the first ball out at, it says Grizzly Stadium, but it's really Rich Sojay Stadium. That hypocritical, no-good son of a bitch, and we're going to be on his ass. See, I hate hypocrites. They throw the first ball out. They play politics here in St. Clair County. I bet you Boston's not going to be able to throw a ball out. They just beat up on us, people, on us. I don't say Democrats, Republicans, men, women, black or white. I say us as Americans. Unless you're in that little clique, you got nothing coming. Hey, we're going to take care of our housekeeping. Roger Cook's going to be on his way in. I want to talk some political business with Roger. Roger is the candidate. And I got to say, I'm glad the Republicans threw me out of their party because I really didn't want to be I wanted to be a candidate. I want to represent the Democrats, the Republicans, the men, the women, the black and white. And if there's a few transgenders, and we'll get on that, I'd represent them. But let me tell you, here's my stance. All you transgenders in my district, you better vote against me because I'm going to be against anything that you perverted son of a bitches think you're going to do to hurt our children. And I don't give a damn if it costs me every vote. I am against that crap. We have to protect our children. We have to protect our animals. And if it costs me votes, then so be it. But I will never be the one, never ever will I be the one that say, yes, it's okay. Now, if my opponent, LaToya Greenwood, gets elected down in East St. Louis, she's on the city council down there. She works for School District 189. Her daddy got her a $100,000 a year job. She'll go up there and bobblehead. Maddie going to say, Greenwood, you vote for this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Speaker. That sumbitch tell me to bobblehead. I'll put my foot up his ass. Because I don't give a damn about Madigan. I honestly don't give a damn about Rauner. I give a damn about the people that I'm going to represent. But, hey, let's take it from there. Good people in Millstadt, don't forget, you still have time. Friends of the old Millstadt water tower, they're trying to get resources. They need $200,000 for an actual sandblasting and lead paint removal and painting. So anybody that'd like to get involved for the great people of Millstadt, every time we go out that way, they're always awful nice, and I want to thank them. You can contact Kelly Timmer at 618-520-3623. The Wood River Kiwanis Club, their annual barbecue, coming up June the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And it will be at the Wood River Kiwanis Club. Don't have an address. On May the 28th, the radio station will be down there. Head East, a great local band who made it big time. They'll be at the American Legion Post 480 at the Post 480 Park in Steelville, Illinois. Doors open at 6. VIP meet and greet starts at 7. Going to have some other great bands. Meet and greet tickets are $75. General admission tickets $20, but it goes to a great cause for their American Legion. If you want to get involved, if you need tickets, you can contact their president, Don Haas-Gatz, at 618-599-3922. Our good friends at the O'Fallon American Legion, Post 137. The Post is always open to the public. Have great events, great food. If you can make it out to the American Legion Post 137 in O'Fallon, please do. They're located at 109 North Penn Street in O'Fallon, Illinois. Our Polish-American War Vets, their summer meat shoot coming up Sunday, May the 22nd, starts at noon. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Commander Chico or the great guys at the Polish-American War Vets in Caseyville at 618-398-5040. Coming up Sunday, June the 5th from 8:30 to 11:30, Community Breakfast Buffet at the O'Fallon American Legion, 109 North Penn, prepared by the Woman of the Moose. And I want to thank especially the people in O'Fallon. Part of it's my district, but that's not why we do these ads. These guys are taking advantage of a situation that we give them. Any group, fraternal, religious, military especially, veterans, we'll be more than happy. We can't get everything on, but we'll switch them around. Anything we can do to help the community out, we'll be more than happy. And to me, it's never a waste of time. The O'Fallon Public Safety Department presents their EMS Week with an open house coming up Wednesday, May the 18th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at Firehouse Number 4, located at 1215 Taylor Road in O'Fallon. You can contact Kim at 618-624-4516 for any and all information. They're going to have a medical helicopter landing, life-size Operation board games, bounce houses, hot dogs and chips. If you can make it out there, please do, to the great people in O'Fallon. Beneld in Macoupin County, their 63rd annual Italian American Days will be coming up Friday, May the 27th. You guys need to get out there. And Sheik, thanks for the information. Sheik's the leader of the group at Beneld and all throughout Macoupin County. And we want to thank you guys for, and again, how nice those people are. I don't think they know who the hell I am. That's why they're nice. I don't know who the hell they think I am. Maybe Pee Wee Herman. I don't know. But anyway, coming up Friday, May the 27th through Monday, May the 30th, they're going to have rides, all kind of stuff going on in Beneld. So if you guys, free spaghetti one of the nights. I can't read, it's so small. But the Beneld 63rd Annual Italian American Days from Friday, May the 27th to Monday, May the 30th. Get up to Beneld. It's a great time, great people, and Chic. Again, thank you very much for that information. On this date, May the 16th, 1817, regular steamboat service on the Mississippi River began operating. The first steamboat was named the Washington. On this date, May the 16th, 1860, the Republican National Convention nominated Abraham Lincoln of Illinois for President of the United States of America. On this date, May the 16th, 1862, the automobile was first built by June Lenore. On this date, a great date because I love root beer. On this date, May the 16th, 1866, root beer was invented by Charles Haars. On this date, May the 16th, 1868, the United States Senate failed by one vote to convict President Andrew Johnson as it took its first ballot on 11 articles of impeachment. On this date, May the 16th, 1869, baseball's first all-professional team, the Cincinnati Reds, played their first baseball game and won 41-7. This was a great date. On this date, May the 16th, 1891, Spam was introduced by George A. Harmel and Company. When we had Spam, that was a treat. We had Spam at Christmas one time. What Spam? I just love it. But hey, anyway, May the 16th, 1927, New York Yankee Bob Messel. He stole second base, stole third base, and stole home base. Hell, that's like us in the Roosevelt Homes. We stole hubcaps, but I guess it's all the same. If you're a thief, you're a thief. That's all I can say. May the 16th, 1988, the United States Supreme Court ruled police can search discarded garbage without a warrant. On this date, that's what happened throughout all these years in our world's history. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and/or the Grim Reaper of Radio. Go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling, for the best of all three of our stations. You can listen to my repeat performance every day, Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. And now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. Like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM or KZQZ 1430 AM. Also, go to the Fans of the Grim Reaper and cuss me out or see what the hell's going on. And never forget St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook. You can see a lot of the political cartoons. Some of them are a little graphic, so I don't know if it's probably double X-rated instead of triple, but go to St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. You'll get everything that's going on in politics all throughout the area, and you can comment on it. Give us your take, because your take is just as good as ours. Lionel Jackson, give me a call. Want to help in my election. Lionel will be getting a hold of you. Thank you, and everybody else that's called to want to help the Freedom Coalition in the election. Again, we're a patriotic movement. We're not a political organization, but we had to step up because everybody was afraid to run against these bastards. Also, I want to say hi to Randy, Betty, and Phyllis from Granite City. They're avid listeners. Thank everybody that takes their time to listen. We sincerely appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break. No, we're not. We're going to talk about this. This guy sends me jokes. Jerome, thank you very much. Some of them I can't use, and if I can't use them, you know how bad they are. Says, thanks, Bob, for reopening Horseshoe Lake. Too bad Patty Sprague can't go skinny dipping. That'd be a bad sight. Bob, Sprague says, Bob, I'd rather piss in my pants, Bob Sprague says. And when they say order in the court, Fatty Patty says, pie and chips, please. Jerome, thank you very much. And Connor Keeley, stop by and see me. I will definitely give you a state representative shirt for Bob Romanik. And thanks for the support and everybody out there. Again, people, I'm far from being a perfect person, but I will be a perfect state representative because I'll fight both sides of the aisle. I'll fight for what you want, not what these rotten bastard politicians want. And Larry Price, as always, thank you. He's against transgender bathrooms, and we'll talk about that and whatever else the hell we're going to talk about right after this break. And callers, hold on. We'll get to you also. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Before we get going, let's go ahead and take a call or two. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hi, this is Lisa McCormick with Partners for Pets.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing fine, and wanted to tell you thank you for having me on so we can talk about what happened with these two cats and try to find out who did it.
Yeah, for the people that don't know, we had a cat shot with an arrow, a pink arrow in the Caseyville area, and I've offered a reward. And then Lisa called me, Partners with Pets. And Lisa, I want to salute you. Other than the military and the first responders, you guys are my heroes, because these people go out and they get stray dogs, stray cats. They try to get them homes. They try to feed them. And you guys are the unsung heroes, Lisa. But now you're telling me that another cat's been shot with an arrow in the Caseyville area?
Right. 1 week later, this last Friday, we got a call that there was another cat with an arrow straight through its leg. And so we had that cat taken to Horseshoe Lake Animal Hospital. And the top two bones in its leg are broken pretty badly, but he's doing fairly well besides that. But they're not sure they're going to be able to save his leg. The orthopedic doctor's going to look at it.
You know what, Lisa? I just that just really puts a damper on my whole day. You know, I know you guys are out there and you see some atrocious things, but I don't want to hear about them because I don't want to break down, and I will. But that reward's still out there, Lisa. So if you get anybody, and I hear there may be a few leads, and let me tell you, good people out there, and you know I'm running for office. Supposed to be a nice person. You're supposed to be, you're supposed to be sane. You're supposed to be decent. See, but I'm not. I swear to you, everybody out there, let me find the son of a bitch that's shooting these poor cats with an arrow. I'd take those arrows out of those cats and I'd shoot him in both eyes. I'd blind that son of a bitch so he could never, and I mean that, people. So if it pisses you off, don't vote for me. But a bastard like that, Lisa, he's going to hurt somebody down the road. And somebody is our pets, our animals, human. They're beings. They're beings that may not be human, but they're breathing and living beings. How the hell? And I know you've seen a lot, Lisa. How the hell can people do crap like that?
I don't know. I'm just shocked every time something like this happens that people could be that cruel to an animal that's probably just walking by minding its own business. And it's a miracle the first cat survived because the arrow went straight through him, and he's still at the vet's office. He's finally doing better. Yeah. But for somebody just to think that was okay to shoot an animal like that is, I don't understand it.
Hey, I'm not religious, Lisa, but now if there's a devil out there, that's the kind of son of a bitch that's a devil. Lisa, Pets for Partners, how can we donate, or how can people go to your website to see what you guys are doing so we can maybe, and some of the good people out there would like to help with, maybe get some food, maybe do something to help you guys out? How can we go about helping you good people?
Well, we have a website. It's www.partnersforpetsil.org. And we also have a Facebook page, and it's Partners, 4 Pets. And that's where we're posting updates about the cats to let everybody know how they're doing. So if you go to our Facebook page, you can follow along there. And then also, if anybody has any information, because you were so kind to offer a $3,000 reward, they can call the St. Clair County Sheriff's Department at 618-277-3505 and let them know if you know anything about this to try to help get this person off the streets.
Here, Lisa, here's what I'm going to do. I started at 3. For an arrest and a conviction of this rotten bastard, I'll give somebody $5,000, not of political money, not of donated money, but of my money. because I would rather do that than take a vacation. So you let the sheriff's department, you let them know there's a $5,000 reward. Let's get this rotten no count. And I'll tell you what, if we find out who it is, have him come by my house, because I speed out of my driveway. I'd go out of my way to run over that son of a bitch.
Well, I really appreciate so much this reward to help try to find out who's doing this. I'm sure this is going to help tremendously, and that's really kind of you to do that.
No, that's not kind of me, Lisa. It's just something I feel compelled to do. I have the opportunity to do it. If everybody out there listening would have the opportunity, they'd do the same thing. So I'm one of us. I'm one of you. So again, give us your website that we can get to try to help you good people out.
Again, it's www.partnersforpetsil.org, and that's all one word.
Right. And your Facebook?
It's Partners, the number 4 Pets. And if they just go to Facebook and type in Partners, the number 4 Pets, and then they can follow along and see how the cats are doing.
Okay. Well, Lisa, we will do that. And again, thank you. And Partners for Pets, you guys are my heroes. Anything else we can do for you, any fundraisers, you give us a call. We'll be there for you. And thank you very much. And again, we salute you and everybody that works to help out the less fortunate and all of our poor animals. Thank you very much, Lisa.
Well,
thanks for the call.
Thank you so much for having me on the air. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, honey. You have a good day. Hey, let's take a quick break. Roger Cook's on his way in. I'm going to talk about this NGA. People are talking about, will it become an election liability? The hell, it's already been a liability. And we'll get to that right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. With me, Roger Cook just walked in. Roger's a co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, the patriotic movement, not a political organization, a patriotic movement to get rid of the culture of corruption in St. Clair County, to get rid of these politicians and replace them with competent, reliable, honest public servants. He's also not a Democratic candidate, not a Republican candidate, but your candidate. Your candidate, a candidate of all the people of St. Clair County, candidate for St. Clair County chairman of the board, Roger Cook. How the heck you doing, Roger? I'm doing great, Bob. How are you? Well, as you heard, you're driving in, I'm sure, not real good. Listen, Roger, we've got a little bit of time, and you are a candidate, and I know you're going to be getting out, doing the stump and doing the speeches. I've had a lot of people call here. They know you're on a lot, and they thank you for the transparency. They thank you for getting out and talking to the people, unlike Kern, who your opposition, and you're not going to have the money Kern has, but I've talked with enough people, as I'm sure you have. Money's not going to buy this election. Principle is going to make you a winner in this election. And I see, and I read this about the NGA becoming a political liability. And Roger, it's got to be a political liability, because if these guys would have done right over the last 20, 30, 40 years, it was a no-brainer to come to St. Clair County. And for these politicians to think that you're not going to use it, emphasize it, that I'm not going to, the newspaper has, it's made national press. What do these guys think, that you're crazy? This is a major issue to show the lack of leadership that's been going on in St. Clair County for all these years.
it's clear, Bob, that it's such a tremendous disappointment for the people, the trades, the construction workers. What a loss it is, a once-in-a-lifetime project. And let me go back to my weekend. Saturday, I was up in Madison County at an event and ran into Kurt Prenzler, the Madison County treasurer who's running for county board up there. And we discussed the issue about the tax levy money. St. Clair County and Madison County, the tax levy district, was awarded $24 million for levy work. The Army Corps of Engineers oversees that, puts together the contract. You know, you're going to have a governmental contract. This money was coming from what's called the President's budget. That's the President of the United States budget, and it was given down here to the people of St. Clair County and Madison County to help us with work on the levees. Well, both Chairman Dunstan and Chairman Kern wouldn't agree to that language, which included competitive bidding, is what I understand. And instead of agreeing to that language, walked away from it, and we lost the $24 million worth of money. So where do we make that money up? The taxpayers have to pay that in taxes to the levy district. So it's unbelievable. Now, if you go back to NGA, why do you think we did not get NGA, Bob?
Well, I know exactly why. They can say what they want, the common denominator, because everything was perfect. It's like I say, and I know Roger's a religious guy. He's going to cringe when I say this, like the prettiest gal, hot number 10, and she's got a venereal disease. As much as you'd like to have sex with her, you ain't going to. As much as they would have liked, the federal government would have liked to come to St. Clair County, they saw the culture of corruption. They saw the past. They saw what was going on. They wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, Roger. That is the common denominator, the culture of corruption, the Democratic culture of corruption in St. Clair County.
Yeah, it's hard to believe with the site out by Mid-America Airport in Muscuda, all the land.
Great place.
The state of Illinois, the governor had also committed infrastructure money, millions of dollars. And for us not to get that, there's got to be a reason. And the reason is they didn't want to deal with what maybe the costs would increase here in St. Clair County. If you don't competitively bid projects out, you and your business, you're going to look for the best deal. We, the people, want people to represent us that are going to do what's best for us and get us the best deal. That's simple.
Yeah, well, that's been the problem with the St. Clair County Democratic culture of corruption. They take care of their few. They take care of the 5-10%. And I said earlier before you came in, Roger, that 5 or 10%, those are the ones that dictate to the other 85, the 85% of us. If we all come together, black, white, men, women, Democrats, Republicans, we all come together, we can destroy this culture of corruption and get it back to a county where people make the decision, not the politicians.
It's easy to govern if you make decisions based on one thing and one thing only. What's best for the people of St. Clair County, what's best for the people you represent. It's not about doing what a party boss wants. I'm going to go in there with no strings attached, and I'm going to do exactly what I tell you. I'm going to govern just as I did in Belleville as mayor, make decisions that's best for us, the people, best for the future of Belleville, best for the future of St. Clair County. And if you have no strings attached, you can do that.
Yeah, I read in the paper also, C.J. Barasivic, he's the son of John Barasivic. John Barasivic's running for Chief Judge of the 20th Judicial Circuit. His son's now running for Congress like it's a Barasivic show. But anyway, Barasivic, C.J. Barasivic, the Democrat from Belleville, said that the NGA decision is something voters will have to consider, as St. Clair County was in a great position to secure the development. That's the Democrats saying, hey, what happened? It was a great area. What happened is the Democratic culture of corruption. But I also like that says, Barasivic noted, if the NGA comes, if Mike Boss were to land the NGA, you better believe he would take all the credit, Barasivic said. What do you mean? If that NGA would come here and it's not going to, your papa, Sprague, Kern, they'd be patting themselves on the back until their backs and hands were broke. See, that's a hypocritical crap, Roger, that these guys, they don't want to ever speak to the facts, speak to the truth. They want to always flip the script. And I've heard you out on the campaign circuit, and I know you're going to be out to all the picnics and the parades. what you tell the people is what they're going to get. There's no hidden agenda for you. It's getting rid of the culture of corruption, and it's helping bring back public service to our community.
Well, it's hard for me to believe sometimes the questions that you get from people, and I can't tell you, and I can't stress enough how important it is to elect the person that you most believe that's going to go in there and make decisions that's best for us, the people. I've got business experience. I've got experience in the financial industry. I was with a CPA firm. I've done a lot of things in my life, but I've always tried to do what was right. And in business, you're going to make decisions that's best for your business. When I governed as mayor, I did the same thing, and that's exactly what I'll do.
You know, it's got here, and it's funny, and Congressman Boss, he's not perfect. He's done some good, some bad, but it says Boss says he didn't think that this would be brought up during the upcoming general election campaign. I think he's on something. I mean, medication. It's one of the biggest factors. $1.7 billion people we lost because of these politicians. Another $4 or $5 billion in residual income coming in for businesses and infrastructure. And Congressman Boss is going to say he don't think it's going to be brought up. It would be very difficult to use it in a political statement, especially when you've got both senators from both parties working with you, Boss said. No, that just shows you, people. Neither side's no good. Why the hell do we have to have a Democratic Party, a Republican Party? Why don't we vote the person, not the party? That's the problem. Now, these guys are all getting together, and they'd be patting themselves on the back. Why don't you guys work together on everything, on every issue? The smaller issues, the bigger issues. Why do we have to fight? Why do we not have a budget in the state of Illinois after 11 months? Let me go to Springfield, and I'll have everybody pissed at me up at the State House because we need something done. They're getting paid. Every state senator, every state representative, everybody's getting paid. They're paying their bills, but the poor people that work for the state, the hardworking state employees, the people that are vendors out there, they're not getting anything, Roger. And me personally, that just pisses me off.
Well, let me tell everybody, this is going to be an issue in St. Clair County. We are fed up with one-party rule for over 30-some-odd years. It creates a culture of corruption where people in political offices are there because of the party chairman. The party chairman tells them what to do. You can't do what's right for the people. You got to do what's right for the party on this issue, and they've got to do it or they won't be there. We've had enough. We want people to get out and vote the person. We've got a great slate, and we're committed to it. And in 2016, on November 8, we will bring this government back to the people of St. Clair County.
Very well said, Mr. Roger Cook, co-chairman of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, also your candidate for St. Clair County Board Chairman. Roger, thanks for taking the time out to be transparent. And I will tell you, sweet cakes. Roger Cook's going to give you a run for his money. You're welcome to come on and sit here as much or more than Roger Cook. Of course, you can't sit on my lap, but you can come sit in. All you people, LaToya Greenwood, my opposition, every candidate running against the people that we're supporting. You guys are welcome to come in. I'm not a hypocrite. A lot of things, not a hypocrite. I want you to get your point. I'm giving you free airtime. These people aren't going to come on. You know why? Because they have nothing to defend. They have nothing to defend. They're just going to hope it's going to be status quo, and they're going to get out and buy the votes. But people in the outer county especially, it's not going to take money. It's not going to take money to win the election. It's going to take you, the proud black, the proud white, men, women, Democrats, Republicans, to vote the person, not the corrupt political organization. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow. Some days we're going to go out with a military song because I want to honor, we do with a moment of silence. We do every day here because we are the Patriot. But ever so often we're going to go out with a military song. Today won't be one of them, but probably tomorrow. But today, just remember, you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. Together we can unite and we can make this journey successful. Not a political journey, but a journey for the betterment of our families, our children, our grandchildren, for this great country. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us, it's about America. So let's continue to unite, to expose these rotten bastard political parasitical punks, perverted punks, may I add, that we call, maybe it ought to be a transgender Democratic Party, because they've screwed all of us, men and women. And when it's all said and done, you know what we have to do. We have to seriously consider the candidate. Consider what we're going to get from these candidates. Vote the person, not the party. Vote the person who's going to lead us out of this poverty, going to lead us out of all of this criminal devastation, going to lead us out of all of this crime. And together we can do that. And you know what we have to do? We have to destroy these incumbent son of a bitches. These bastards have been in there laying around year after year after year like a bunch of cockroaches, come out at night and screw us all. Get rid of them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful.